Hello, everybody. How are you? My name is Sonja Marie, if you didn't know already. And my website is wordlifeastrology.com. That's wordlifeastrology.com. I've been gone for about 2 weeks or so, but I'm back. I'm back in brown. I was going to say back in black, but I am black, but I'm brown. You get that? Anyway. I'm here and I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to share with you all again some wonderful things that have happened in the last couple of weeks and to let y'all know astrologically what's going down this week. Hello, everybody. Hi, Salima. Tanisha is watching, is what Facebook is telling me. Salita Cherry, what's happening? Jua, say hi to Baby Light for me. Mwah. Baby Light, Baby Light. What's up, Lilith Moon? Lady Tasha, where you been, girl? I love that y'all are all rolling in, and I'd really appreciate it if you would share and go to my YouTube channel, please, because like I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, I don't know how long I'm gonna be on this gosh darn thing, so I want y'all to catch me on YouTube. Plus, we can work it out, monetize it, and give y'all more information on YouTube. I don't want to stay on Facebook. So if you have that ability, please go to my YouTube channel and subscribe so I can let you know when I'm on there. Alright? That's Sonja Marie's Wordlife Astrology. Sonja Marie's Wordlife Astrology. That's the YouTube channel that I'd really, really wish that you would go ahead and subscribe to so a sister can take off on a whole nother level with yous all. Hi, Angel, how are you? Angelique, what's going on? Okay. Just give me humor me and just let me just do this real quick. Because I have to tell y'all what went down in Sedona. I can't tell you everything because, to be quite honest with you, and I've come to this realization, the more I try to explain what happened in Sedona during our retreat, if you didn't know, we had our second annual retreat between September 5th and the 8th in Sedona, Arizona, just in case you didn't know. And it was absolutely divine, beyond my wildest dreams and expectations. Now, again, I realize that the more I try to explain about what went down, the more I minimize the effect of what went down. So I'm going to do my best not to explain too much. Plus, y'all didn't really come on here to hear me ramble about Sedona. You want to know what's going on this week astrologically, and I'm going to do that thing. I promise. But I got to tell y'all, I really, really have to tell y'all, magic happens in Sedona. God lives in Sedona. Okay? I just want to let y'all know. Yes, everything that you've heard. Now, let me start here. This is the second annual, and I believe that I started this thing not really knowing. No, I started this thing with one prayer and one wish in which I shared emphatically with a good friend of mine named Lucy. I said, man, there's so many people doing retreats and doing what they do and sharing the information that we already know. Okay, that can help heal us and heal our folks, and they're charging so much money for folks to get the information that they already know. I want to do that. I want to bring us together, men and women. And by the way, squirrel, there has not been one man to sign up nor inquire about our retreats, and it's been all women. Now I want to let y'all know, it's not a woman thing. It's just that the women signed up and women signed up and dropped their dollars. That's really all that comes down to. So I encourage the men to come to the third annual. Please and very please. Yeah, we'll be there. And we need your support and we need your energy, okay? Anyway, so I said to myself, listen, I just want to do this thing, not only because everybody else is doing it, it's because I have something to say and we have a lot to share. And people need to come together and know who we are and share what we got so we can be better as a community. Point blank, period. We get there and Sedona opens you up. Sedona says, I gives a hell what you're carrying, what you look like, what your ego says, and everything else. We're about to bust you open. And that's exactly what we did. We cried, we laughed, we laughed, like gut-busting laugh. When I say I just love shit talking people that have no kind of sense and that love to get right to the meat of their issues. And that's exactly what we did. We laughed and we cried. We went right to the middle of it. We did a lot of yoga. I did 3 workshops in which I prayed that everybody got the information or at least got a good start. We had a wonderful facilitator named Kiona, which I asked and begged y'all to follow. If anybody knows Kiona, please tag her on this. Any of the Mago sisters, please tag her on this. Kiona is an Ayurvedic medicine teacher and a yoga instructor as well. Flooded us with incredible information on how to get your body together. Sister named Onyi. If anybody's Mago sisters, please tag her on the comments. Onyi is an incredible priestess who helped us get to the center of our wombs and let some shit out. Bottom line, when I tell you we're healing and laughing and growing and eating and healing and sometimes sleeping, man, it was just an incredible time. 39 women coming together all from all over the country and like really putting it down because God said so. Bottom line, point blank. My love and sincere gratitude goes out to Jade. Oh my gosh, her birthday is coming up soon, so if y'all know her, wish Jade Allen a wonderful solar return. She was my right arm, my left arm, my freaking head at times. That Virgo is so sweet and helped to keep it all together. She kept us on point until Sedona said, no, we're gonna be a half an hour late. She was the scheduler. In any case, we just had a divine time, and I really hope that when we announce the next retreat, which will probably be within a month or so, I'm going to let y'all know, get a couple of dollars together now. It's only going to be like $160, maybe $200 as a deposit. Haven't decided that yet because we haven't gotten the numbers and everything. But I'm saying, sit on 200. It won't be more than that. Sit on 200 and hold your spot. Hold your spot to come to Sedona and meet some beautiful people, to touch the land and to hear your ancestors clearly, okay? And to engage in some workshops if you want. Because it's all on you. It's your retreat, boo-boo. I really hope that you come, okay? All right, enough of that. Because I could really go on and bend your ear. And this little broadcast may be, kind of lengthy because I miss talking to y'all and miss being crazy and miss sharing information this way. So let me see who else is here. Sonja's here. Salita's here. Angela Hill's here. Tatiana's here. Robert Clary is here. Juanita, I think she's in the place. Oh, I'm so glad. Hi, Lisa. How you guys doing? Malika. Tanya Connor is watching, my homegirl from Yonkers. Yes. And her 100 sisters. Y'all need to get up on that shit. My girl is putting it down in New York, bringing the folks together. All right, Jennifer Bliss, thank you for sharing. I appreciate you. Okay, here we go. This week is a very interesting week. An interesting week in the sense that I always started off with that because it's always interesting. Everything is always interesting. Rewind selector. Let's go back to the fact that I haven't been on here for 2 weeks, so I didn't tell y'all, and you probably already know if you're into astrology. But if you don't, let me tell you this. The planets are shifting in its signs, right? We're still in Virgo season because the sun is still in Virgo. However, Mercury this weekend has slipped into Libra, and also Venus has slipped into Libra. That is really interesting. So now, from a communication base, from a thinking perspective, and how we're planning things is very Libra-like, right? How we're loving, this is Venus, how we're spending our time in regards to what it is that we feel that is worth our time, what's quality driven, is also Libra. Let me explain that. Let me tell you what Libra energy is about very, very quickly, and then I'm going to go on because, Libra season starts next Monday, so we're not going to harp on that. We got to give the Virgos a little bit more time to get it in. They got to brag a little bit more. But I will tell you, Mercury and Venus is a big deal. Because again, Mercury is how we think and process information, and Venus is how we love, and it's our money. So when those two planets shift into a whole nother sign, it's like, wait, hold on. There's a whole nother glitch just happened in the matrix. In the universe's matrix, not this particular matrix, and Neo doesn't. Anyway, the point of the matter is that we are thinking way too much. We are thinking a lot. Libra, air sign, very, very cerebral. We're thinking about justice more so now. We're thinking about our partnerships and all that. Trying to gear ourselves into a space in which we're less critical all that Virgo energy, less discriminating, less service oriented, and more partner oriented. I got a hit last night as I was preparing for y'all in my mind to speak to y'all, and this is what I heard. You know what? Let's go back a little bit, and I'm going to parlay into my point. The point is this. God is so dope, and God is perfect, and the universe is extremely perfect. Because just when we get into a mode of doing something one particular way, and how the energy is flowing in one particular way, here comes a shift that knocks you into a whole nother direction and dimension sometimes, depending on what that shift is, right? And we have been stuck with a lot of planets, 4 or 5 planets throughout the month, last couple of weeks, at least 3, in Virgo energy, which is awesome, right? Because it's service oriented, like I suggested a little bit earlier, but it's also real critical. And sometimes when we stay in that energy way too long, we start cleaning the iron skillet. Y'all get that analogy, right? Like sometimes the seasoning needs to stay in that iron skillet to make every meal after it taste a little special, depending on the seasonings that you put in. So we are at a moment right now in which Virgo energy is hyper, right? This Libra energy is trying to smooth it out and bring some new vibration in, but the Virgo energy wants you to clean, discriminate, organize, get things right, be perfect, be on one, overwork yourself. Man, so if you're tired, or if you have insomnia like Nicole does, or if you have like some kind of challenge in finding your rhythm, is because we have been overactivated in this Virgo energy. Is it the best thing ever? Sure. Yo, there's no good or bad in astrology. There's no good or bad in life. That's what we really need to see. There's no good or bad in life. Everything is purposeful. Everything has a reason and a meaning and a vibration. Everything. And it's all intended for God's will. Trust and believe that. Once we as human beings start to put our little spin on it, start to put our little breakdown on it and what we think we should have had and what we could have had, it would have been much better if we would have had this and we would have gone that way. That's when we start fucking shit up. That's when we start trying to control a rhythm and keep knocking, how about that? Keep knocking the needle off the goddamn record. Like for real. God says play the record regardless if you like the sounds or not. We're going to get to a part that vibrates with you, that resonates with you. Anyway, let me get back on track. The bottom line is this, right? That we are slowly coming into a new vibration. So I say to you in this week, I'm going to say 3 things, and this is the first. The first thing is, I'm going to say 2 more things. The first thing is allow yourself to roll into this new vibration, please. Please allow yourself to say to yourself, as yourself is talking to yourself, if I didn't finish X, Y, and Z, it's okay. If I need to start X, Y, and Z, I could do that now. You know what I mean? I don't have enough money to do A, B, C, but the money that I have, I'm going to sit on and I'm going to let the next wave come back around. The point of the matter is, if you are overactive in this Virgo energy, in my opinion, you're going to stump yourself before you can really, really get it going. It's not enough to work at something, y'all. It's not enough to put your head to the ground and go hard. Hard work is awesome when it needs to be applied. But in my opinion, I don't think that God intended us for us to work until our motherfucking knuckles are bleeding, you know what I mean, to get something that makes us feel good. That's abuse. That is some true abuse. I'm not saying everything comes easy, but I'm saying we don't have to kill ourselves to make something happen. So the bottom line is, if you don't feel that you've done that in this Virgo season, because Virgo energy works really, really hard, it's okay. It's all right. It's my point. Now, as I say that, because Sonja is dope, I love the way this stuff be flowing through, and I'm segueing. As I segue into the major point this week, in which is number 2, in which is Saturn, the planet of hardships, lessons learned, restrictions, limitations, fear, okay? The taskmaster planet is going direct. Brum, brum. If I had a goddamn bullhorn, I'd just go bananas right now. Why? Because Saturn and Pluto have been wrecking shop. Hello? Can we talk about that? I mean, I think we already did. For the last 3 months, I've been pounding everyone that I know with this Pluto and Saturn situation. And yo, it ain't over yet. Even though it's going direct, Saturn is on Wednesday. Pluto will go direct on October 3rd, and things are in succession. Things are moving. It ain't over yet, because at the top of next year, when they're both in the same degree, that's when the explosion is going to happen. But listen, before the explosion, I pray that you get the lessons that Saturn have been giving you. Before the explosion, I pray that you get the rhythm of the transformation that's being made in your life and in the lives that are around you. I said that. I said a lot. I did. I think I said a lot. And the reason why I'm saying this to you is because Saturn and Pluto has been doing its best to destroy and destruct, okay? A lot of traditions in your life. Breaking down the person and the family dynamic and and even your job situation, our government, goes far and wide, right? Has been breaking it all down so we can rebuild something else. This is where you're going to have a problem. When Saturn goes direct on Wednesday and Pluto goes direct, if you have not been paying attention to the changes that need to happen in your life, you're going to feel like you're dragging your ass. You're going to feel like the pack is leaving you and your right foot is broke and you're on some crutches, but ain't nobody paying attention to you, and you got 5 bags, but ain't nobody grabbing your bag. The bottom line is this, is that we've been set up. We've been set up to see so much about our lives and so many things that we need to change. And in my opinion, if you don't adhere to those changes, you stump yourself. So here's a little squirrel moment that I want to give y'all that I'm really hell-bent on feeling. And I'm saying this with so much love and compassion because I am a compassionate and loving person. But this is what I'm tired of. This has become a pet peeve of mine. People complaining and putting blame on anybody and everybody else during this Pluto-Saturn situation. Like, for real. You're watching your own shit blow up, but you're continuously saying that somebody else is pressing the button when you're right in front of the button. You've been in front of the button the whole fucking time. Like, on some real shit? Like, come on. When are you going to take responsibility for you? So when Saturn goes direct on Wednesday, this is the bomb thing about it. If you've been paying attention, if you've been working, if you haven't, sat back and gossiped and called everybody else to put blame and heinous on everybody else and everything else that's around you except for you, then the reward is coming. Melanie, my mentor for astrology, has been for years. God bless her, and I love her, right? She always tells me whenever Saturn does its thing, whenever Saturn exposes your truth and your fears within your truth and restricts you in certain areas in your life, Saturn always brings a reward. Saturn always brings a reward for hard work well done. So bravo to you. That's what I'm excited about. That's what I'm sweating about. Because we have come to this moment. I don't know if y'all remember in April when shit hit the fan. Sometime in the 2nd or the 3rd week in April, think about it. Like, really, go back to your calendar and your iPhone, whatever you need to do, and kind of figure out, like, goddamn, what was going on? Oh, yeah, that's what happened. That was that exposure, man. That exposure to the truth that needed to be shown about your family, about your man, about your woman, about your money situation, about your habits, about your addictions, and the things that nobody can no longer hide from. We were all found out in some kind of way. So here's what I'd like to say to you. Why are you still afraid to do the things that your heart and soul tells you to do? Why are you still afraid and not being vulnerable and not being open and not expressing yourself? Why are you still afraid when you have survived so much to this very, very moment, knowing that you have been your own best friend this whole time? Do you really think that you are going to let yourself down? Do you really think that God is going to let you down? Do you really think that your angels and your ancestors are going to bring you through the motherfucking mill and then make you just lay there? with a couple of dollars or just lay there with nobody loving you. No. Because you put in the work, because you wanted to see your own truth. Yes, I'm excited. I'm passionate. I'm yelling at y'all because this is where life and living really takes off. You dig what I'm saying? When you can say to yourself and everybody else, here I am. This is what I did. This is who I am. My bad. Let's clean it up. Do I have your support? Do I have your love? Oh, I don't? Oh, I do? Okay, let's rock and roll. Because no longer are we going to sit and beat ourselves up for some shit that we know it's true. Get it done and over with so we can move on to the next. And the next is far more pleasant than what we've been dealing with. Trust and believe we're not the same anymore, y'all. And the more we lean into that, the more we celebrate that, the more opportunities come to us. You're restricting your own self. I'm saying, here comes Saturn, going direct on Wednesday, bringing us so many wonderful I was laughing to myself the other day because I was like, damn, that does feel like abuse. Like Saturn will beat your ass and then like give you a piece of cake for it. It's like, that doesn't feel right. I don't like you. But that's the universe at work. The universe says, yo, you have to prove to me that you want it by going deep inside your own self, your ownest self, to figure that shit out. And then come out like, all right, I'm good. I think I'm good. I can't wait to read y'all's comments because I know y'all going bananas right now, but I can't get distracted because I just feel things coming through and I got to talk about them. And so I hope y'all are right with that. One more thing and then I'm off this thing. Okay. Yo, so another thing that's a big deal. Thank you, Spirit. Before Wednesday, what's that planet again? Saturn goes direct, Chiron. And I was looking at this today, y'all. Check this out. I was looking at this today as I was studying and writing down my notes for y'all. I said, something is going on with having to speak about what it is that we've learned. Now, listen, Saturn and Pluto is in one compartment, okay? Transformation and fear and all that shit and blowing stuff up in April, and you got to see things and how traditions are changing. It's like, whoa, can't do that anymore. Chiron is in another compartment. Our universe is very, very vast. So just stay with me. And I'm only going to deal with these two compartments and then I'm off. Chiron is in another thing because Chiron is an asteroid and it deals with the wounded healer. So at the same time of us going through Pluto and Saturn shit, growing a whole nother person outside of the person that we was, that we can't rely on that old person no more. We got to be new and improve. Here comes our wounds. Our wounds say, as it's actually going against Mercury, I should say opposition. So Mercury is in opposition. Venus is in opposition to Chiron this week. It's going to hit you hard. So that means all of these wounds that are coming up to the surface, we have to talk about. You have to look like Boo Boo the Fool. You got to eat crow. You got to tell your ego, yo, sit down for a second. Just sit down for a minute and let me. You know what? I don't know how to do that thing that you know how to do. When you say sit back, this is an example, my little dramatization. You know, as we sit back and we talk about, spirituality and stuff and being honest, I have a hard time being honest because all of my life I've been told lies. So I think lying is a direct way to communicate. As long as you in and out of that shit, like that's all I know how to do. So I'm expressing my wounds. I'm telling you what I need to do. Boom. You cannot walk away from a person who's being so vulnerable and so honest in that space, right? And leave them standing there. When your wounds, Chiron, is opposition to Mercury, that's what that thing looks like. It doesn't want to talk about it, but it has to in order to balance it out. You can't sit there and listen to a person spread their heart out and then walk away and shit on them. And if you do, you are a mean person. If you do, you are mean. You are mean. That's all I'm going to say. Point blank and period. When someone opens their heart to you with compassion and love and openness and generosity and joy and tenderness, open your heart back, or at the very least, just listen to them and know that they're serious. Not no busters trying to manipulate the scene. We want no manipulators in this growth process. None. So that thing is opposition Mercury saying, yo, I need to talk about these wounds, man, so I can really have some balance. And opposition Venus is saying, yo, I need to talk about these wounds. I need to see my wounds so I can see the quality in me. So I can really see how dope I am for standing up to that. So I'm no longer called a punk. I'm no longer called a dramatic, passionate black woman. I'm no longer called, a sissy or somebody who's too feminine, speaking from a man's perspective, and wants to express their emotions. I love when men cry. I love when men truly express who they are. I'm no longer called that because Venus opposition Chiron says, if I do that in the light of God, if I do that in a way that's true, discerningly as well, because some people don't need to hear your shit. Alright? But the point of the matter is if I do that, I'm better for it. And you're going to feel that. That pedestal will be so high up in your goddamn chest and throat, right? In the best way possible, right? In which you can walk tall in that thing. Like, I think I'm all right. I'm good being this new person that I am because I see everything that I need to do. And if I don't complete it in this moment in time, at least I'm on the road. You can't knock a person for being on the road. They're doing the best that they can do. That's my message to you. That's my message to you because I think it's round about time that we all just stop. Just stop playing. Stop engaging in hurtful, meanful things and ways and old ways of being. That's not you anymore. It's not. So be the best person that you can be and allow the rewards and all these wonderful opportunities come to you. It's going to come with hard work. And yes, it's going to come with more healing. You know why? Because that's what we came to the planet to do. This is the gym. We come to work it out. And then we go back to the best place ever, wherever that is, because they having fun over there. I'm just saying. We don't have to die right now. We have to finish our contract. So, that is a side note. Before I go, please do not be alarmed by all the people that are leaving the planet. Speaking of, because Pluto does represent death and rebirth. And there are some sweet, sweet souls that decided not to deal with life in the way in which it's going to be in the next couple of years. They just don't want to. They said, I did what I needed to do. My contract is up. And out of nowhere, people are dropping like motherfucking flies. And probably for good reason. Not probably, definitely. We just can't see them as human beings. But I will tell you this much. The more ancestors we have on the other side, the more beautiful souls that are rolling for us, the better off we are. Cry if you must, but know that you are more protected now that you have ancestors and guides on the other side in a fierce way, like really rolling. Really trying to have us get it so we can take care of ourselves and we can take care of the generations that's behind us. That's all that matters. That's all that matters, is that we seek happiness within ourselves and help them to grow to be bigger and better in a truthful light. All right? Okay, I'm going. I hope to connect with y'all real soon. If you want to get a reading, hit me up. All that good stuff, just go to my website and see what I do at wordlifeastrology.com. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you so well. Oh, and go to my YouTube channel, Sonja Marie's Wordlife Astrology. Please subscribe, because God knows how long I'll be on here. Mwah. Missed you, and I'm glad I'm back. Take care.